Chapter 7. The Lord then said to Noah, Go into the ark, you and your whole family, because I have found you righteous in this generation. Take with you 7 of every kind of clean animal, a male and its mate, and 2 of every kind of unclean animal, a male and its mate, and also 7 of every kind of bird, male and female, to keep their various kinds alive through the earth. 7 days from now, I will send the rain on the earth for 40 days and 40 nights. And I will wipe from the face of the earth every living creature I have made. And Noah did all that the Lord commanded him. So when Noah started to obey what God said, did he try to persuade his friends or his relatives? No. Why? Because God says so. But the problem is, if a righteous person was blameless and everyone follow what he said, justice, right? So he's a judge. Don't you think this kind of person is the same like a God, callous, cold, very cold-hearted? I only care what directly related to me. I don't care others. So you think possible Noah made some kind of hard work, say, okay, you guys need to prepare another ark, or you guys need to help yourself to whatever? I don't know. There is nothing recorded. But in here, those people, those human beings, are even worse or low value than those animals. And I don't know how many animals really Noah collected. So obviously a lot of animals cannot get into the ark, right? So, but the point is how big the rain is and how much the earth can hold the water. Because when you start to have 7 days, after 7 days, which means God predict everything, or he can start to grab the water from 7 days away, the distance or something, then those water, the maximum amount is after 40 days of rain, it will reach the level maybe higher than the mountain, highest mountain. So those giants cannot survive, because he want to make sure it limit everything. So those water, you can't just a little bit above. You need above the mountain, cover the mountain so much so those giants cannot survive, to make sure everything happen. I really don't want to go deep about those issues. Only thing my issue is why Noah, or how could Noah so cold like this? I checked the specification for the numbers. God wanted add Noah to bring in 7 pairs of clean, 7 pairs unclean. 1 pair of unclean. It's not necessarily 7, because they are 7 in Hebrew means what? It's a mysterious number. It means means endless, right? So a perfect number. So I think he tried to tell Noah is bring as much as possible good animal you think they are kind. And for 1 pair of unclean means one is starting, bare minimum. You keep the bare minimum, at least bring in one. So the whole message is bring as much as clean animal and bring as less as possible. At least one, but at least give one. So I would say it's kind of, it's unsatisfaction for our internally. We want more. As much as possible, we think is good, we think it benefits us. I want more and more. But to maintain the balance of the universe, maintain the good and the evil, well, I give at least the unclean animal a right. That sounds really hypocrite, if you want to wipe out everything, you want to start everything as good, you believe, then just do it. Why left one pair? Oh, that's for the fairness, that's the justice. No, it's not. Also, I think at the very far beginning, when create those animals, good and evil, or clean, unclean, wild and farm, it's a systematic design. It has a reason to maintain the balance or to serve for certain purpose. So right here, God still cannot against the universe, the rule of universe. You need to maintain the balance. You need to have good and evil exist same time. But he violate the free will again. Because firstly, you command, oh, you, Noah, only you and your family, a person, right? You violate his free will of love, his personal feeling, everything. It's he may have friend, may have love, may have relative. You just like eliminate Noah's choice. So he violated free will for that part. Secondly, when you give this kind of instruction for Noah, also you violate the way of Noah selection and the pick. Also, you violate the natural selection, because you never know if Noah select, well, or the animal Noah selected, right? The ratio may not like that, but you already give the pressure on him, say, as much as this possible, as less as possible, but keep one pair. So that's a very like a very controllable, and it's not like a, I don't think it's it destroy or it's wipe out or whatever, restart. He wants to do something by his way, but he knew he cannot disobey the high universe rule, so he give a little bit number for those unclean animal. Yeah, that's what I sense from this sentence. Genesis 7:5, and Noah did all that Lord commanded him. Noah was 600 years old when the flood waters came on the earth. And Noah and his sons and his wife and his sons' wives entered the ark to escape the waters of the flood. Pairs of clean and unclean animals, of birds and of all creatures that move along the ground, male and female, came to Noah and entered the ark, as God had commanded Noah. And after the 7 days, the flood waters came on the earth. So there's no hesitation, no doubt it. Just God gonna do it, and God did it. And that time, there is a picture. There's a picture in front of me. Okay. Firstly, it can't be like that many animals line up at that moment just enter the ark. It has to be enter the ark for a while. He collects some gene sample, put it in there, wait. Otherwise, it will be a big crowd, right? Who gonna manage it? Animal, they knew the rules. They line up. Highly doubt that parts, But at least I would say many people, many his friends, many his relatives, they want to get on the ark, right? They do, because at the moment they realize it's a bad rain, and the flood comes. But what Noah and his family did, they rejected them. They kicked them out. Think about it. It's they will hold the edge of the ship, right? In the ancient time, those battle, when they see soldier hold the edge of the boat, try to cross river, what the officer will do? Chop their hands off. What Noah will do? Probably the same. Doesn't matter who you are, doesn't matter. Even some ancient times, some people, even right now, mother tries to toast the baby, throw the one to the boat, whatever, because I can die, but I want my baby live. That's animal, within all animals. What they do, they might just kick the baby out into the water. So I see a very selfish and a very callous picture, and all Noah just say, "Oh, that's God's will. That's God's will." No, it's not. It's these kind of selfish and the cruelty, deeply embedded in us. So how can you say Noah is a righteous? And God want us believe this is the kind of righteous who only obeys His order, and without any love, without any kindness or care others. I have to use the words, fuck no. Yeah, fuck no. I see that picture, I so despise that part, because it's not just flood, because when it's flood for 7 days, it takes a while, and the people were moaning, weeping, crying, asking for help, because they are saying they are sinners, so you don't. So what the heck? Right now we talk about some love, talk about save those homeless, save those kind of sinners in the prisoner. That's total bullshit. Total bullshit. (7-11). In the 600 years of Noah's life, on the 17th day of the second month, on that day, all the springs of the great deep burst forth, and the floodgates of the heavens were opened, and the rain fell on the earth 40 days and 40 nights. So, is there any specific meaning for 600 years, the second month, on the 17 days, whatever? I don't know. A lot of people, they have a fetish regarding the numbers. Yeah, I think some number does mean something, but not all the number mean something. So second month, 17th days, I have no idea. And why not 15? Why not 16? Who gives a shit about it? And but the ring, 40 days and the nights, I believe it means something. It means the capacity. That's the how much water the earth can contain or can cover That's, I believe, also I think 40 days, 40 nights means the capacity for those joints, they can survive. Because for us, if we have 7 days without food, 3 days without water, we will die, right? So maybe those joints, they can survive longer. They can survive maybe 40, 30 days or something without food, or just without rest. So it's a physical capacity for those things God wants to eliminate. For example, some crocodile or some kind of snake, something, they can survive really long without air, without food. But if like this kind of situation, 40 days, 40 nights, and with the water, they will die. So I highly believe, I think God or heavens, it's they calculate it. Also, when it's called the gate, the floodgate of the heavens were opened, even it is a metaphor, or it's the way of God try to describe, but I think it's more like the water came down from the heaven to the earth, not everywhere. It's from certain channels. Because when you design a city or design a castle, there is a water gate, right? So floodgate means like it does have certain channels. It describes the water come down from heaven somewhere. Also, it just tell you the water, they not come from the heaven evenly. Somewhere maybe more, somewhere little less. So it has the heaven structure. It is like there is a certain points, maybe focus more water, or some kind of channel to the out space more. Okay, and same thing that the ground deep burst. So yeah. So it's same thing. The earth is not that even. Also, it has. Okay. Yeah. Talk later. Yeah. Think about it. It's a 40 days, and on certain days, it just means. And when the spring of the, when the ground open up, when heavens floodgate open, whatever, it's a operation. It's an operation, and heavens, or should I say, yeah, heavens, because not one heavens, all heavens. So they connect to the outer space, a lot of water resource. They channel the water to the ground. So they have they try to restore the earth to the original status. It's the time like when in the Genesis beginning, it talk about that God separate the water, right? Then showed up the ground. So the ways they separate probably just remove the water to the out space, and make the water go down, go deeper to the ground. So even this way it's very effective and very brutal, but that's the way they do things. They separate things, and they still keep the water, because you cannot really separate the water from this world. You have to respect the universal rule. They just exist in different location, different format. However, they still have to allow to exist in this world. Yeah, so it's kind of like you have to do something, follow certain rules, twist a little bit, but pay some price. That's what I feel. Also, the worst parts I feel is it took 40 days, but take how many days for the ship, the ark, big ark, to float? Because I know, like, when the rain fall, that kind of ship takes a lot of water to let it float, right? So when a lot of people realize they were busted and they are flood, what are they gonna do? The first thing is looking for help, for a ship for help. So those when they climb to the ship, can they open the gate? Yes, they can, but they didn't. So when even more people, they can use a nail, they can use a hammer, use something to hook on the wood, right? Yes, they did. They could. But what can they do? They not open the gate when the water, so they hold the nail, hold the saw, hold something for so long, so they tired, wash, the flood wash them away. Even when later the water is so deep, it must be some giants asking for help, still won't, and they let them flow away. I would say, unless this ship is a total oval, a wrong size egg shape, and there is no window can see outside, just like, and nothing they can do about it. There's no deck, no nothing, right? Otherwise, if there is a deck and there is a window, they definitely can observe what happened outside, and how can they did not do anything about it. I just so amazing about this kind of way God described Noah. Walk with God. No, I don't want this kind of person. It's so cold, and I don't want this kind of walk with. It's we are a brand new species. All life should be respected, and doesn't matter what they did, what they have done before. It's the life should be respected. You're not. It's kind of like this. You make a clean kill, a clean shot. That's respect. You torture. That's disrespect. That's in the later Bible. Actually, later Bible. Okay, describe the ways God wanted Israel try to make a clean kill, but Israel didn't make it. So they got a ass whoop. It's actually, the reason is it's called curse, because we are remember the soul. Soul is the product of the spiritual battle between the earth and the heavens. So those kind of product, those kind of soul, this kind of product, right? Before, if we die peacefully, then it's kind of like even. It's the force between it, or the struggling between it. It will kind of go into the balance. So kind of pH level is 7. So it's like a water that go to the natural flow, the energy flow. But if they die like very impeacefully, violent, or very unsatisfiedly, their soul is in a certain status. They will release something. It's very strong emotional pause, and those kind of pause, if one strong enough, it may change the original course and go to certain way to. And if there are so many souls all die at the same time of close time, and their strong willing will change the course, the earth's course or the heaven's course. So that's why I believe God or heavens, they made a wrong decision about these things, because that time they didn't get a deep research of God in understanding of the soul. So they believe their will, they use their willing power to do things, but they didn't realize our soul can release curse on the earth or heavens, or made this curse wandering 100,000 years, million years. So right now, like the earth's getting worse and worse, or like people never satisfied with the word. I think that's because the great flood curse caused so many souls wandering. Then the soul, it became another party of it was three party. Human, God, the heavens, and fallen angels, right? Another party. But another party at that time, before great flood, I think is still kind of follow the heavens leads. They just had little disagreement. But after great flood, the party separated. So there is 1/3 of fallen angels. But when humans, same thing. The human at the beginning, they totally follow the heavens lead. But after the great flood, we still have a soul produced, right? Soul produced. But the previous 100,000 years, the life or that time, those souls, they died that way unjustified. So they formed another kind of a force wandering on this earth, and may combine with the different parties or may act individually. That's what I believe. They are the force, number 4 party generated.